Hello, this is Susan Woods of Susan Woods Nonprofit Solutions. Thank you for your time. As I mentioned in a video message that I posted on my YouTube channel, I am completing a series of investigations to uncover the way investments or donations are used by the Black Lives Matter entities. The title of the investigative series is Black Lives Matter, Where is the Money? And this is the first episode. Episode 1 is the overview. As I stated in the video, the reason that I'm doing this is because I wanted to invest in Black Lives Matter. I, like so many people across the world, felt compelled to do something in response to the horrific murder of Mr. George Floyd. Unfortunately, when I attempted to make my donation, I learned that the Black Lives Matter entities do not have structure. There is absolutely no structure, no financial transparency that I could see. And I looked at each entity that was listed on the website. So that made me believe that something needed to be done or someone needed to investigate where the money is going. Black Lives Matter, one Black Lives Matter, has generated over $2 million since the May 25th, 2020 death of Mr. George Floyd. And it does not provide any type of documentation to show how they plan to use the money. So I've decided to take it upon myself to investigate where the money goes. The Black Lives Matter chapters are listed here, and I got this map of the chapters off of the Black Lives Matter Network Foundation website. So these are the chapters as they are dispersed across the United States. Now, here are the Black Lives Matter chapters, city and state: Boston, Massachusetts; Chicago, Illinois; Washington, D.C.; Denver, Colorado; Detroit, Michigan; Los Angeles, California; Lansing, Michigan; Long Beach, California; Memphis, Tennessee; Nashville, Tennessee; New York, New York; Philadelphia, Pennsylvania; South Bend, Indiana; Toronto, Canada; Toronto, Ontario; Waterloo, Ontario; Vancouver, British Columbia. These are the Black Lives Matter chapters according to the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation website. For each entity of Black Lives Matter, I am going to report the following information: the Black Lives Matter chapter status, Black Lives Matter IRS filing status, the contact information for each Black Lives Matter chapter or entity, revenues generated, revenue distributed, and the financial transparency. Regarding the financial transparency, I'm going to report whether or not the Black Lives Matter chapters that claim 501c3 status are reporting a Form 990 information return that explains how their money is used, the amount of money they generated and the amount of money they used. I'm going to share that information. If they don't claim 501c3 status, I'm going to also share how they do provide financial transparency. It can't be through a Form 990, so it must be through some other IRS form that they use to provide financial transparency, and I'm going to share that information. The reason that I am doing this is because, again, I wanted to invest in Black Lives Matter. I was prepared, I had my debit card ready to process a donation until I saw the convoluted way that the Black Lives Matter entities are organized. I felt uncomfortable. It makes me sick when I see so much money being donated to the GoFundMe account that the Black Lives Matter LA established. Since May 25th, as I mentioned, over $2 million has been donated, and there's not one thing listed that says how that money is going to be used. I've inquired 2 times to request information about how the money is going to be used, and I haven't received the response yet. And I asked those questions to the person who organized the GoFundMe campaign, Miss Melina Abdullah, and I haven't heard back from her yet. This makes me feel so uncomfortable because I am a Black woman. So clearly, I know Black Lives Matter. And it hurts me to my heart to have to even feel compelled to do this investigation. But can you imagine losing your brother or anybody in, in such a horrific way and then turn around and see organizations use that video, use his picture or her picture as the rallying cry to ask for money and then don't explain how the money is going to be used? That's sickening. That's pathetic. And I know I have critics who say, well, you're being divisive. You're a Black woman. How could you do that? You can say whatever you want to say. It's not going to deter me from this investigation because here's my answer to you. If Black Lives Matter is a legitimate organization doing great work, using the money the right way, they can prove me wrong. And I invite them to prove me wrong. You know what? I want them to prove me wrong. I want to be wrong about what I am reading and what I am seeing. I want to be wrong. Hashtag prove me wrong. But until then, I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to reach out to Mr. George Floyd's family. And I'm going to ask them, how much money has Black Lives Matter given you from using the image of your son, of your brother, of your father, of your uncle, of your cousin, of your friend? How much money have they given? Because they've raised millions since May 25th, the day that he died. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm Susan Woods. I started a nonprofit organization called Comprehensive Community Based Solutions Incorporated all the way back in 2003. I have 3 nonprofit management certificates, one from Duke University, one from Wake Forest University, and one from Winthrop University, which is my alma mater. I'm also a 3-time graduate of Winthrop University. I earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration, a Master of Arts in Teaching Business Administration, and a Master of Business Administration degree. I facilitate nonprofit classes in person and online. I also complete the Form 1023 application for recognition of exemption for clients across the United States. Thus far, I've completed 112, and I have a 100% approval rating from the IRS. So I know about nonprofits. I know how they should operate. That's why I had to take action. That's why I had to start an investigation on Black Lives Matter. It pains me to do that, but it has to be done. So stay tuned Subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can follow my progress on the investigations, because I'm going to upload investigation results for each one of the Black Lives Matter entities and chapters that I find. Thank you and have a good day.